Senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky, along with ABC News legal contributor Shauna Lloyd for more on this. Thank you both for being here. Aaron, these federal charges against Sam Bankman-Fried, they're expected to be unsealed today. So what do we know about this investigation so far?
We know that federal prosecutors have been looking at Sam Bankman-Fried ever since the spectacular $32 billion bankruptcy collapse of FTX just 1 month ago. And they've been looking at his public statements, including the interview with our own George Stephanopoulos and some of the other interviews that he's given. They're looking at statements from FTX's own accounting. And they've come up with a multi-count fraud indictment that is going to, we're told, allege that Sam Bankman-Fried was misappropriating customer funds from FTX and diverting them into his own privately held hedge fund, Alameda Research, making his own venture investments with that money, buying lavish real estate in the Bahamas and elsewhere for FTX and for himself, and also making political donations.
Now, Shauna, Fried is accused of funneling FTX customer deposits to his hedge fund. How serious is that? And how do you expect that part of this to play out in court?
It's a very serious allegation, because what we're talking about is commingling of funds. You have a fiduciary duty as someone who is running FTX to ensure that the money that was invested in FTX was held within FTX. Any investments have to be above reproach, and they have to be for the business and for the business betterment, not for the betterment of another business.
So, Aaron, what happened to those billions of dollars? Can any of these customers potentially get their money back?
That's a good question, and we're waiting to find out. And that's one of the things that securities regulators and federal prosecutors are hoping to answer. There is precedent for authorities trying to find and recover money. We've seen that in the Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme. Victims have been made about 70% whole, $14 billion in total recovered, but it's taken more than a decade to do it. So first, prosecutors have to figure out where the billions of dollars went that simply vanished, and if any of that is ultimately recoverable. This is in cryptocurrency, so to many it seems like a mystical world, but Diane, this is a straight old-fashioned fraud the way it's being laid out in court papers.
Now, Shauna, we heard those clips of Bankman-Fried's interview with George Stephanopoulos. Many have been surprised at how seemingly candid and open he has been in the press since this whole thing went down. How do you think that's going to impact his case?
You always have to be careful, because any of these statements can be used later within court to show intent, to show motive. As we've seen in other trials, all of your statements that you issue about the company in that capacity are going to be used. They're going to be scrutinized to determine, was there motive, was there intent, all of those things that are going to be fundamental to the charge that stem from these fraud allegations.
Could it help him?
It could. You know, it just depends exactly on what charges we're looking at and what motivation he's going to have what intent needs to be proven. So sometimes statements can help you because they're seen as being made before any of these troubles. I think the statements that have been made since the allegations have come out are going to be heavily scrutinized.
Got it. Aaron Katersky, Shauna Lloyd, thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.